Hey there everyone, welcome back to Game Vine, and my name is Dave, and welcome back to another Dexterity Week video where we are reviewing Tumblin Dice. Let's do it. Tumblin Dice is a older game, but it's something that I've wanted so very long, and I got it about 4 years ago on a Kickstarter. And there are different versions of it. This one is made by Eagle Griffin, and it's basically a easy to explain game of dexterity where you're throwing your dice and trying to get them on different landings that have different multipliers. The pips will tell you how much you'll be multiplying by. The person with the most points in the game wins. That's it. It's so much fun. The cool thing about this, when I go to conventions, normally the booth, like at Eagle Griffin Games, they'll do a discount kind of level where you're throwing the dice, and if you get something, they'll give you like a 10% discount. It's very interchangeable to that kind of stuff. I actually made a smash up with coconuts in this, using the monkeys to use a kind of catapult to throw the dice instead. It's a easy game to do that with, but within itself, it stands on its own as a fantastic dexterity game. So I'm not going to give away too much more in my opinion. Let me show you the production and then show you how to play all the way, and then we'll go from there. Let's go. Okay, so Tumblin Dice has a whole bunch of panels, and we'll go through a few of these. My one panel has seen better days. I don't know if you can tell, but it's starting to bow just a little bit. But the main culprit, I don't know if you can tell this, but I mean, yeah, you can definitely tell. My top board is bowing. Now, I did get this about, like I said, 4 years ago, but this started happening in the second year. So it looks like it's some kind of compact board. I'm not sure if it might be real wood, actually. Yeah, it looks like real wood. I just don't know why it would bow, and don't know why it happens, but it's very unfortunate, though I do make it work. But some of these pegs, which go on the bottom to raise up this display here, do kind of wobble, which is unfortunate. And then these pegs go in the top here to bounce off of. And these dice, I'm pretty sure I had to select what dice I wanted for the Kickstarter, so I'm not sure if these are the exact ones that come in the box, but I do love these ones, and I think these are the particular ones that I chose. It's like a kind of lime, almost translucent dice, and all these dice are translucent. The green ones are the best, but essentially you can just take any of your dice and put them in the game and add more players. Speaking of which, let me show you how to play. The name of the game is really quite simple. You play 4 rounds, everyone gets 4 dice, and you can flick like this, you can flick like that, you can even, like, if in my household, throw it like that if you want. But any way that you want to get these dice off this first platform, you can do it. And the pips will get multiplied by the level that they end up on. But just because they're there right now doesn't mean that they'll end up there. So for example, if this blue or this green were to get on the 4 with that 6, well, that's big money right there. But again, it's really that simple. You do nothing else but throw these dice at these things, trying to get things to land on the highest pip, on the highest multiplier over 4 rounds. The damage that my set has taken over time hasn't been too great, and I expect it to take some nicks and bruises, and it does that really well. It's just, this bow is so bad. And that's essentially it. Now let me tell you what I think about this game. Let's go. And that is Tumblin Dice. Now let's go ahead and give it a score. It gets an 88 from me, which is the Game Vine Play It Award. Now it would get a 90. It would, because I do think this is a fantastic game. Easy to explain. Definitely one to bust out during a party. Everyone will be able to understand it. Young, old, doesn't matter. Girl, guy, doesn't matter. They're going to know how to play this game really easy. Depends on if they're good at the game, if they'll like it. But most of the time, even when I have bad shots, it's really fun watching other people have these fantastic shots just go on the 4 multiplier and be 6, and you're like, oh my gosh. At least that's what I do. Now the reason why it got a lower grade is because, well, the production. My levels are starting to bow, and that's kind of crappy. I emailed Eagle Griffin on this, and they no longer make this tumbling dice set, so I'm stuck with this. So now I'm gonna have to learn how to cut a piece of board the way that it is on here, which I'll figure out eventually. But that's kind of, it's a disappointment, especially for a game that I spent a triple digits on. It's about 120 bucks for this game, and to have it only in 4 years start to bow out like that, it's extremely bad, overlooked thing that they did on their part, especially for a wooden game that needs the levels to be straight. It's just lame. But beyond that, the game is still operationable. I make it work, and even with its hindrances and weird shape, it works just as well. So I can't complain too much more than that. If you like this game, you already know, because you've been watching the video so far, it will be in the link down below so you can pick it up yourself. I don't know if the new copies will do the same thing, but again, it's still a great game nonetheless. So I do recommend this game quite a bit. So thank you so much for joining me in today's review of Tumblin Dice, and tune into another Dexterity Week video where you're keeping your fingers limber. And until next time that I see you, I'm Dave, and have a great rest of your day and a great time with all your play. Like and subscribe. That's all she wrote for me. Bye, everybody. Vi Nation, we love making content here for you on the channel, and we're almost at 10,000 subscribers, so subscribe now and help us out. This video right here, I think you'll like. This video right here, YouTube thinks you'll like. Or you can just sit here and watch me dance the dinosaur for a little bit longer. You can visit us at our social media outlets, and we're going to be improving our Patreon here soon. That's all for today. Miko, it's time to go. Good girl, Miko.